All right, guys, this is Cedric from EcoProd in Toronto area. We have on one side, you have Dancin Wayne, a Canadian in the West Coast. We have Cedric on the East Coast and Dimitri also in the East Coast. So we are EcoProd, we are the startup located in Toronto area, and we are big soccer fan. We do cover NBA most of the time, but we do soccer as well. So, and we are so excited to have Today, we have Dancin Wayne. Dancin Wayne is going to introduce himself. Maybe some people, you're going to find out who he is right now. But if you are a soccer fan and if you are expecting to watch Qatar 2022, the soccer big competition, well, you're going to hear about Dancin Wayne. Wayne, how are you today?
I'm good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. We're so excited to have you, and thank you so much for being here. That's an honor for us. So, Dancin Wayne, tell us about you, man.
So yeah, this is crazy, man. My whole life kind of flipped and turned upside down about a year ago. I was working a corporate job, and I got in a car accident, and it almost left me crippled. And I basically went through a little bit of rehab. I was okay, but when I went back to work, I started to realize, what am I doing sitting at a desk for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, And I got to this point where I used to be on Much Music and stuff. I used to live out in Toronto. So I was on Much Music. I was doing a lot of hosting and performing all my life. And then, I did the millennial thing and got a corporate job and started paying off debt. And then after that accident and everything with my job, I decided to just, take a chance and risk everything and go full time into content creating.
Okay.
I started on TikTok, and,
okay.
I went from 0 followers to, I think now we're doing over 700,000 with 800 million views later.
700,000?
Yeah, with over 800 million
did it take
views.
you to get there?
It really didn't take me that long. It's only been like a year and a bit. So,
congrats, man.
It was crazy. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it was crazy, and I was doing all these things, and I kept getting invited to host events. Like I went skydiving. I went a bunch of things. I was raising money for animal conservation, and then started acting and doing all those things. And then in the meantime, honestly, within like a month, FIFA like slid in my DMs. It was like,
No way.
hey, we're hosting an event called the CONCACAF Gold Cup in Las Vegas. Would you like to be a co-host? And I was like, absolutely, whatever it takes, I will get there.
Wow.
Doesn't matter if I have to sleep on the ground. Which I didn't have to. They kind of hooked me up, which was nice. But I will get there somehow, some way. And I did that event, and it went over really well, and I kept doing events with them, which was great. And then the last one I did was the FIFA Arab Cup, which was last year in Doha, which was a huge test run for the World Cup. And they got to work out some kinks and figure out what was working and not working. And then honestly, a couple weeks ago, I got the final confirmation that I'm hosting the World Cup, and I'm basically my job. Yeah, thank you, man. And it's a crazy. It's all hitting me in right now, and basically people might be asking, oh, so what do you mean by hosting the World Cup? So I'm the guy in the stadium that gets everyone super pumped. I put them on the big screen. I do interviews with them and players from all around the world, and we do a lot of things for FIFA TV.
Unbelievable, man! That's an amazing story. Oh wow. Okay.
It's kind of crazy. There's a little more to it, but that's the spark notes of it. But yeah.
Okay. A little bit about yourself, even though we cannot discuss everything, are you a soccer fan first?
I am. I'm a soccer fan I will admit though, I am more of a basketball guy, but I am a soccer fan. I grew up watching soccer my whole life, and I have a team that I usually cheer for in these World Cup scenarios. So I usually cheer for Brazil because that's my go-to team, but this year it's all Canada, man. Like I can't wait to be out there with Alphonso Davies and all those guys, and I have so many like surprises and stuff for those World Cup games I get to host in Canada. Like I'm gonna dress up as like a Mountie. We got Tim Horton cups. Like we're gonna have so much fun. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay, hang on 1 second. I just want to make sure Dimitri is still there. Dimitri, are you still there? Dimitri? Maybe he has some connection issue, but yeah, let's get back to you, Dancin Wayne. So you're gonna be basically the MC for all of this, the World Cup?
That is correct.
Unbelievable. Okay, what was your two questions? What was your reaction first when you heard this, and what was your family and friend reaction?
So I think for me, I kind of had this idea, like I've been working in this entertainment industry for a long time. So I always get told, sometimes you always get told like, hey, you're going to do this. Hey, you're going to do this. And I don't really get too excited about things until I have a contract. So you know what I mean? So I've known about it for a long time, but until I got a contract, that's why when I messaged in the Voyagers group, I was like, hey, it's official now. I'm doing this. And it actually, it kind of hit me in a wave where at first I was kind of like, oh man, this is going to be nuts. And then the more interviews and stuff I do, they're like, 5 billion people are going to watch this. I'm
Absolutely.
like, whoa, oh my God. So now I'm more excited than anything. And my family and friends, I think it's slowly starting to hit them now because being in North America, I feel like the hype is now growing for World Cup. Like over the years, soccer hasn't been the number one sport. But now with this Team Canada, this team that's representing Canada, I feel like the hype is at an all-time high. Well, now people are like, oh my gosh, like we got to watch the World Cup. We got to watch the World Cup. And it's now building. And now I think my friends who I told this before are now starting to realize how massive it is. So now they're messaging me every day like, oh my God, you this is going to happen.
For sure, that's for sure. So you're going to be basically, oh, you didn't tell me about your family reaction.
Yeah, so my family was nuts because my dad is a big soccer fan. He grew up playing professional field hockey most of his life. He's from Tanzania originally, so huge soccer fan. So for him, it's like a weird, kind of like a surreal honor for them. They're kind of like, you get to represent Canada, you get to represent our name, you just get to go out there and be part of this once in a lifetime experience. And for them, I think they're proud. But yeah,
sorry, you said once in a lifetime. The thing is, next World Cup will be here. So
it's true.
It's gonna be you again.
Hopefully it's me again. I mean, I would love to have the opportunity, but right now I treat it as like, this is the gig in front of me. So I got this one for sure. I would love to be part of Canada's World Cup run in 2026, but fingers crossed. But yeah, but right now this is my once in a lifetime shot.
Right. Okay. Now about your role. Before we speak about Team Canada itself, do you have like an idea what your kind of performance you will be doing there, or do you have like I don't know, like a script? And I like your jersey, by the way. That's Hockey Canada.
Canada. I had to rock the Canada
jersey. Amazing.
No.
So any idea about what you?
Yeah. So a lot of the times I do these tournaments, it's a lot of being very quick on your feet because it's all fan interaction. It's all fan interaction. You never know what you're gonna get. I usually get a script of like, mentioning commercials, all these things. But most of the time I do a lot of research before the game starts. So if it's Canada versus, let's say, Argentina, I know they're not in the same groups, but like, let's say if those are the two teams, the night before I'm doing research on what are song chants, what are they singing, what colors are they wearing, what suit. So it's all premeditated. There's a lot of premeditation that goes around. And that's what I'm doing. There's scripting stuff. I won't get that stuff till like maybe 4 or 5 hours before the match because they're always changing and always adding new things. But for the most part, man, a lot of it is winging and a lot of it's me dancing. Like I'll do backflips out there. I'll be dancing with crowds and everyone. Yeah, and so it's a lot of fun.
So you're a true athlete then?
I guess so. Yeah, I grew up as a dancer. Like I said, like when I originally, before I moved to BC, I was on Much Music for a reality TV show that I won years and years ago back in college. And I was dancing most of my life and, trained like a dancer. And yeah, it was great.
That's really impressive. Dimitri, if you can join us, we're waiting for you. I know that you got some connection issues, but you're more than welcome to come back. Now about Team Canada, because, this is about soccer and you just mentioned that you are a Brazil fan, but yeah, Canada for the first time, 36 years. What do you think about, Dimitri, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, so Dimitri, so this is Dancin Wayne. Just to give you quick summary of what we said. Dancin Wayne is Canadian, but he's gonna be the official MC of Qatar 2022, the competition.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm telling you, man.
In Qatar itself,
Dimitri is also a radio host like me, and he's going to the World Cup. I don't know if you're gonna meet there, but
I hope we meet.
Yes.
Are you going?
He's going.
I'm going, but I'm not going as a media. I'm going just as
Yeah,
a
personally, yes. Yeah.
supporter.
Do you know what games you're going to?
Yeah, I'm going to the okay. So I'm going to the Cameroon Switzerland game, and
Okay.
then I'm trying to go to the first Canadian game, which is the next day, which is Canada. You know, Canada was Belgium, right?
Okay, yeah. I don't have my full schedule yet, so I don't know what games I'm doing because I don't do just Canada. Like I'll do all the games for the most part. But
All the game, all of
when
them.
but like we have like 2 or 3 MCs from different countries around the world.
Okay.
So we'll all split because there's so many games, right? There's like a ridiculous like there's days where I'll wake up at 9 in the morning, run down there, do rehearsals and sound check, do a game, then get on a car and go to the next stadium. Like it's hectic. So if you see me, Dimitri, they'll introduce me as Dancin Wayne and just get my attention. I'll run over to you and get you on the big screen. I swear.
He's gonna be wearing probably a Canadian flag, by the way.
Well, I'll be wearing like every game is different, right? So I usually am in a suit and bow tie, bandana. There's no way you won't recognize me.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm sure I'm going to the game Cameroon Switzerland, which is on the 24th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I get my full schedule, I'll send it over to Cedric as well.
Absolutely. That's amazing, guys. Well, you're so lucky. I can tell you, before asking you about Canada chances, I was honored and lucky to attend the World Cup in Africa, 2010. And the first game I went to was the most watched game of the competition. It was Brazil against Ivory Coast. Wow. 80,000 people. It was insane. It was amazing. One of my best experience ever. But the thing is, this World Cup, it's the middle of winter. I mean, not middle of winter, but it's early winter. It's kind of complicated. Well, guys, cheers to you. This is, man, bring as much as you can.
It's a little Christmas gift, I guess.
Exactly. So, Dimitri, and starting by Wayne, Dancin Wayne, what do you think about Canada chances for the competition?
I truthfully believe they're gonna get out. I think they're gonna get out of the group. I don't know why I feel this way. I'm gonna bring a lucky loony every time they play a game, and I'll put it somewhere. But I have a weird feeling they have a good chance. I think Belgium gives them a run for their money. If anyone, definitely makes them go, ooh, that's the one team. If they're gonna lose, they're gonna lose to Belgium, if anything. But I think they'll make it out, and then once it gets into the round robin, it's it's tough at that point, but you never know, right?
Dimitri, are you there? Oh, he's still driving. Back to you, Wayne. What do you, in your opinion, as a fan and also now as an actor of the game, what do you think brought this sudden generation of Canadians to be to play so well? Because I can tell you, I've never seen this level of competition in Canada. Usually it's the women's team. What happened? Is it the coach or just some luck?
I think a lot of I think there's a little bit of luck, but I also think there's a culture change. I think about, I was telling you earlier how I'm obviously a huge basketball fan. And I think about like the Dream Team back in 1992, how it inspired all those international kids, Dirk Nowitzki. And now you look at the league now, it's Luka and Giannis, and they're international players and they're dominating the league, right? So I think that same thing happened over years. I mean, I've never seen Canada in a World Cup in my whole life, but I watched soccer my whole life. Like I would watch Ronaldo, I would watch Ronaldinho, you know what I mean? I would watch these guys play as a kid, and it wouldn't be shocking to see a bunch of little Canadian kids out there watching this the same time I was. So it's not shocking to see this level increase, because once you get the inspiration, all you need is a culture change. And I think Team Canada is stepping in that right direction for the men's side to create that culture. And you're right, the women's team have always been unreal.
One of the best. I believe they got the gold medal.
They did.
In the last Olympics.
They did. They got the gold.
Yeah. And you have Christine Sinclair, probably the most famous women's soccer player ever. So it was about time that we had a decent team, And I can say personally, I'm amazed, because I'm a soccer fan. I can tell you, I'm a Paris Saint-Germain fan.
Hey.
I like, I wouldn't say I like France, but kind of respect what France does. You know, they're pretty consistent, and Brazil as well. And I believe Canada has chances. But let's ask Dimitri. Dimitri, what do you think about Canada chances?
Yes. You know what? It's gonna be tough, but I think they're gonna get out second behind Belgium.
Okay.
Clearly, Belgium is the best team. The reason why, because we have some good talents, playing abroad, like Davis and and the others and all that. So, yeah, I think they have their chances. So,
have the chances. Everybody kind of agree on this, but what do you think will give us an edge, an advantage on the other team? Because I can tell you, for years, nobody even knew that we have like a Canadian, not league, but like we were kind of mixed in the Major League Soccer. So people didn't even know about Toronto FC, about Impact Montreal, that's it's called now CF Montreal, or even the Vancouver Whitecaps. People in their mind, it was Major League Soccer, so all of these US-based teams. So do you think somewhere it help us? Or, and I ask the same question to Dancin Wayne, or are we just lucky to have a good generation of players?
I think, well, first of all, we're kind of lucky. And the thing is, soccer is growing so much in North America in general and in Canada. Yeah. And also North America being a place of sort of immigration, there's a lot of European coming in, African coming in, as immigrants, and their first sport is soccer, right? Sure. So I think there's some facilitation for those kind of players to blossom. So that's why it's growing. So right now, it's not a surprise that you see players playing, in the big leagues, Canadian players in the big leagues, because so absolutely. It's gonna happen. I mean, in a couple of years, like 5 years, Canada, I think, is gonna be, one of the better team in the world. Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you back to, and thank you, Dimitri. That was very, very insightful. Dancin Wayne, what will take? No, there are some, and I don't want to talk too much about Canada soccer. Like there are some controversy about Nike versus, it's a kind of touchy subject. But what do you think we should do more as a country to show more support for our national team? Because I can tell you, in Toronto, I think it's okay, but I've been traveling a little bit. Don't feel this soccer fever, to be honest, except if you are in Toronto, you go to Little Italy. But the thing is, there is no Italy this year. So what should we do more?
I think the thing is, so I've said this a lot in the past too about representing Canada and different things. Canada is very interesting when it comes to the world stage. Canada, think about when the Raptors made that giant run, right? When the Raptors won the championship in 2019, I was out, obviously, on the West Coast, and for me, I was losing my mind because I was like, really? I know we're going to the end. But I felt like the hype didn't happen until closer and closer it got to the edge.
Okay.
Canada, I feel like for the World Cup, it won't get exciting until the week of the World Cup, which is crazy to me because I'm like, because compared to the rest of the world, think about it. I'm 34 years old. Okay. I've never seen Canada even mentioned in the World Cup. You know what I mean? So I could see a lot of Canadians being just like, so what do you mean? We should be cheering now? Like, what should we be doing? They just don't know. Mm-hmm. So I think the biggest thing right now is giving that experience of getting behind the chants, joining those Facebook groups, changing the profile pictures, wearing the flags, just like when hockey teams in Canada are in the playoffs, put the flags on your cars and stuff. You know what I mean? Like put the Team Canada soccer flags on your car. Like, I think the thing is we have to get behind Canada really hard now. You know what I mean? Like we're less than a month away. We're so close. Like I'm leaving in like 2 weeks.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm going down early for onboarding and rehearsals and everything. Right. So Canada just needs to start looking more into it, because I think that's the thing. They're just not used to it. Just like when Toronto first showed up to the NBA, they didn't even know when players were on the foul line, like their own players, they would cheer against them. Like, no, you're not supposed to cheer. Like, be quiet. Be quiet. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't know. So we're gonna watch this culture shock change this whole country. And just like Dimitri said, like the next 10 years from now, Canada will be up there because of this moment. This is like Canada's dream team, because you're going to inspire all these kids.
That's well said. The dream
Think
team.
about it. You're going to inspire all these, just like even the basketball team. I look at Canada, I'm like, yeah, you're going to inspire a lot of Canadian basketball players because of the Raptors in 2019. Like, you're going to. So just like this, you're going to watch this culture change. So what we can do right now is, as the old heads, as we are the old heads, is lead the charge. Get it out there. Start promoting things, posting those hype videos, talking about it, like doing the countdowns, everything, doing what we normally do for the World Cup. We're already, like, if you go to other countries, when you say the World Cup is 2 years from now, they're losing their minds. Like, they're 2 years out and they're already like, we're gonna do it. Like, I'm like, whoa, right? We're a month away and we're like, oh, okay, I guess it's happening. So I think being patient, leading the charge as the older heads, hand holding a little bit, like, oh yeah, okay, that's what an offside is. That's what we do. You're gonna have to teach them, right? But I think it's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be a huge growth for Canada in so many ways, players, culture, and just the popularization of soccer. I think about me growing up as a kid of immigrant parents, living in Canada, living in Toronto. Like, obviously, like, the thing you want to do is play hockey, and playing hockey is great, but it's also so expensive to play hockey.
Oh yes.
If I play basketball or soccer, I just need cleats and a ball. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
jersey and shirt. Yeah, that's it.
That's it, right? It's more reasonable. So you're gonna watch this massive, like, flow of inspiration and kids, and they're gonna want to do this. And having such a guy like Alphonso Davies be that guy, and you know what I mean? It's huge. It puts it light years ahead that we have a guy that could be like, if there was a World Cup All-Star team, he'd be on the team.
He will for sure.
He would be on the team. You know what I mean? Like, he'd be like, yeah, he'd be on the team 100%. And that's never been said in the same sentence with Canada. Like, never.
That's a very great point. Very good point. After that, I will be the last question for you about your plan when you go there. But back to you, Dimitri. I'm not sure if you're still there, but what do you think Canada should do more to bring the excitement in the, among the Canadian fan? Because I can tell you, I don't feel it for the moment. Maybe because Italy is still not there. Portugal, we don't know. Cristiano Ronaldo is in the middle of, some middle-age crisis or something. But yeah, what do you think we should do as a nation, Dimitri?
You mean for this World Cup, or just for the
this
future?
World Cup, to bring more excitement to the fan?
Oh yeah. So first of all, I hope television is gonna show most of the games, a lot of the games. Because in terms of soccer, that's the problem here in Canada. The soccer is not really well promoted. Via the medias, right? You see how many, like, okay, we have the MLS games. Sometimes I don't even remember what TV which TV channel shows it. But yeah, we need that. We need more promotion on TV. You need guys like you, Wayne.
Dancin Wayne. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Social media, everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. To me, this is the main thing, right, for this World Cup.
Yeah. By the way, Dancin Wayne, something I have to tell you, I'm surprised that Canadian Soccer Association doesn't talk more about you. You should be all over the place on the website, big giant board and stuff. It's unbelievable. You basically the World Cup.
I'm trying, man. I got my PR release right now, and I've been sending it out to news outlets and stuff. So we'll see what happens. And I agree with Dimitri and stuff, right? Like, it has to be broadcasted. It has to be so accessible to people to watch. Like, if someone in Toronto can watch, someone in the Yukon should be able to watch, and someone in Smithers, BC should watch, and someone in it should be everywhere. And just like when the Raptors won that championship years ago, remember when they had Jurassic Parks in all these places around Canada? Like, do that, man. Build little World Cup dens around Canada, like giant viewing parties and stuff. That's huge. That's what you need, right? You need to have that.
That's my last question for you. Again, to you, Dancin Wayne. Thank you for being here today, and Dimitri. This is Cedric from
Cedric, can I ask a question? A quick question to Dancin Wayne.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
yes,
there's going to be a Canadian village. Are you going to be part of the Canadian village in Qatar?
So I did hear about the Canadian village of Qatar and the Canada House, but I would love to be part of it. But I'm hired by FIFA. That's the thing. I'm FIFA. I'm not Canada. Like, so I'm like, I'm just part of
basically
FIFA.
VIP, very, very, very VIP.
I mean, I'm going to try my hardest, Dimitri, to get to the Canada House. And I have some luck because I've been to Doha before. So I do know a lot of the people who work there and stuff. So I'm like, guys, you know, I'm the host. Let me in this place. So they're going to be like, okay, cool. So I will try to get down there, which, I can't wait to go check out that Canada House there. I heard it was kind of expensive though, but if
I heard it's like $250.
$250 a day. I'm like, whoa, like, okay. But I will try to get there, and my goal is to, you know, be a good ambassador for Canada and meet as many Canadians as possible while I'm there, man. Like it's gonna be hard to unrecognize me. I'm the guy in the suit and bow tie and bandana. There's not gonna be many people out there like that.
We're gonna talk about you every day, if possible. Myself, I will not be going, as you know, but I have been officially, I would say, designated to be one of the media part of the coverage. So I received, you know, like the message from and the email and communication from the Canada Soccer Association. So definitely, when I will tell them I spoke to Dancin Wayne. And if they tell me, who is this? I say, come on, guys. No. Anyhow, guys, what is your plan and what do you suggest to Canadian fans for a maximum of enjoyment of this World Cup, starting by you, Dancin Wayne? What are your plans?
Get together with family, get together with friends, get together with everyone and watch these games, especially with you and the little ones, because you want this to be that same feeling of, like, again, in recent memory when the Raptors went to the finals, everyone watching, everyone getting together, everyone going to the bars, everyone going to their local taverns to watch the game, paint, do everything, post on social media that you're watching the game and stuff. Support Team Canada in the fullest, just like you would support Canada in anything else, the Olympics, Team Hockey. You know, Team Canada hockey. If Canada was going for the gold medal, we'd all be watching the game. Even if you're not the biggest hockey fan, we're all watching the game. So just like that. And I do think that as closer as the dates come, Cedric, Canada will step up. Just like when you saw them do the qualifying games and stuff in Edmonton, sold out. You know what I mean? Like, it's awesome to see it. It's just, we need it day one. Like, we needed it yesterday, but like when day one hits, there's no turning around. We're full blown, and that's what you need Canada to do. You need Canada to show up and watch the games and support them, and have the media cover it. That's the biggest thing. Have the media show it. And represent all the Canadians out there, right? Like, I'm going to do my hardest whenever I do those Canada games to put Canada on that big screen. Like, I'm going to run to you guys. Like, I've been working out for the last 12 weeks. I know Dimitri's jacked compared to me, but like, I've been working out at the gym for the last like 12 weeks, 3 hours a day. Because these stadiums are 100,000 size stadiums, and I have to go from here to here in 5 minutes. Man, we need you over there.
All the time.
Yeah, and then, hey, wait, we need you all the way on the top. Like, fuck. You know what I mean? So like, I'm running, and then I get on the microphone like, hey guys, and then back down. You know what I mean? So it's a marathon. It's a huge marathon. So I'm gonna do my hardest to represent Canada and get Canada shown, and to show the excitement and fun. And for those who are going to the games, my recommendation is go full out, man. Have Canada paint, have maple leaves on you, get your flags going and stuff, right? Like, be supportive. And just like you would for anything else Canada does, we got to be there for our guys, because you want to give them roses while they're still here, man. This is Alphonso Davies, and that whole Team Canada team is literally once in a generation. I'm 34 years old, and I've never seen Canada mentioned in the World Cup before. So literally once in a generation.
Dimitri, last word to you. What's your suggestion to Canadian soccer fans to enjoy the World Cup to the fullest?
Oh yes, this is I'm not sure if it's only the first World Cup for Canada. I don't think so. I think
Second after
Second,
1986.
Yeah, but this is a special World Cup because you have so many talents there. You know, we have a lot of. I think we have the max since in history of Canadian soccer. This is the most that we have of players playing in a big leagues abroad. You know,
yes.
Yeah, big caliber players. So guys, we should follow that World Cup. You know, we should watch it whenever time it is. If it's 5 a.m., you know, we should just follow it. Like, you know, and cheers and make noise on social media, stuff like that. Medias like us, like shows like this. We should do more like that. We should promote, and I think the attention is gonna come. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here today. Dancin Wayne, I'm gonna make sure we all follow you. Can you provide your Instagram and I don't know, Twitter or your social media?
Yeah. So I use Instagram and TikTok mostly. So on TikTok it's Dancin Wayne, DANCIN Wayne, WAYNE.
Okay, we're gonna post it. We're gonna post it on the link.
I'll post it. Yeah, I'll post it in the group. And then on Instagram, it's just Dancin Wayne, no G.
Wow, 700,000 followers, man. How about you, Dimitri? Do you want to provide your social media handle?
Yes. By the way, Dancin Wayne, I'm gonna find you. Even in Qatar, I'm gonna find you.
Oh, you're gonna find me, 100%. Dimitri, if we don't find each other, we have to take that selfie for Cedric.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I would love that, guys. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So my stuff. So I'm doing the Dim Dim Sports Show. So there's a Facebook page, Dim Dim Sports Show. My own Facebook, Dim Dim Biba. I'm everywhere, even on Instagram, Biba Dim, BIBAH Dim. Because Habib is my other name, and Dimitri, so all the acronyms. So.
All right. And by the way, something I didn't tell you, Dimitri is actually originally from Cameroon. So he's going to be cheering the Lion Indomptable and Les Rouges, because many people don't know, but that's how we call Canada's team, Les Rouges. Anyhow, guys, it has been a pleasure, a blast to have you today. Enjoy the World Cup, man. You're so lucky. You are so lucky. I love it. I love it for you. Hey, Dancin Wayne. A pleasure to have you.
Thank you, my brother.
Well, yeah. Make sure you post your. I'm gonna talk about you every day.
Man, thank you, man.
Every day. Enjoy it. Be safe. Because this is
we're in a foreign country, man. Yeah.
And make sure shout out to EcoProd, our organization, a startup. We talk about soccer. We talk about NBA. We talk about education as well. But we think what we're gonna be living is living history. So guys, enjoy it, take 1,000 pictures and come back. Okay, guys?
Yes, sir. Peace, pal.
Peace. See you guys.
Okay, guys. Bye, guys.